CanSpam Act essentially governs how to get email out, business email out to a customer. It does not apply to non-business emails. You can't get in trouble for sending, multiple emails to your mother. That's not what it governs. It does govern email communications between a business and its customers or its potential customers. It does not prohibit emails from businesses out to people, but it does govern some things you have to do in order to be compliant. So, for example, there are some things you can't do. You can't have a false header. So you can't have a header that implies the email's coming from somebody else when it's really coming from you, or a false or misleading email address that indicates that it's coming from somebody else if it's really coming from you. The second thing you have to have, and this is the most important, is it has to have an unsubscribe feature. At the bottom of the email, they have to have the ability to push unsubscribe so that in the event they don't want to get your email anymore, they have the ability to essentially opt out of your list. The third thing that it can't contain is any false address information or other false identifying information. The bottom line here with CanSpam is to not get cute. You will want to have a CanSpam policy indicating what kinds of emails you will send, who you will send them to, importantly, who's going to get the unsubscribed emails and act on those promptly so that additional emails don't go out. The reason why small businesses should be concerned about CanSpam is that there is a statutory damages provision in CanSpam, and emails are cheap and easy to send. And so it's very important that you don't allow yourself to get so far behind the 8 ball and get into a lawsuit or compliance situation that you're really not able to defend or settle because the dollar amounts are so high. Now, there's an important practice issue here for anyone representing a small business. It's okay to have somebody else do CanSpam compliance, and there are companies out there that will do the marketing campaigns and they will take on the responsibility for CanSpam compliance. But when you look at those contracts, take a very good look about the indemnification provision if something goes wrong, who's responsible for acting on the unsubscribe requests, and the time frames within which they're responsible to act. Because if they have the responsibility to act, but there's no baked-in time frame, if they take it off a week later and 5 more messages have gone out, you've already got an angry customer. And that angry customer is very capable of reporting you to appropriate government authorities, and that's where trouble starts. So CanSpam, very important issue because it's the #1 way to communicate with a customer base or a potential customer base. It's also a very good way to get in trouble. So I think it makes a lot of sense to pay attention to it right away.